onderwerp. Wat? Het Wiki Spaarvarken. Wikimedia wordt rijk doordat donaties van Wikipedia worden gebruikt voor politieke doeleinden. Een aanzienlijk deel van de donaties gevraagd door het aangegeven doel van het runnen van Wikipedia wordt besteed aan het bevorderen van politieke doelen. Niet over het runnen van Wikipedia, terwijl Wikipedia beweert nauwelijks te overleden. Hier! Donaties die worden gestolen! Waar is Fidere nu? Oké, laten we even kijken.
Over the last 2 decades, Wikipedia has become one of the most visited and most referenced websites on Earth. Nearly every one of us is familiar with Wikipedia's regular requests for donations, including urgent-sounding text along the lines of "Protect Wikipedia's independence," and "Without reader contributions, we could not run Wikipedia." That sounds pretty dire, right? Wikipedia must be in pretty rough shape. They need those donations, and they need them right away. If I don't donate, shoot, they might need to shut down, and surely they run a pretty tight ship with some pretty lean and mean operations, right? And surely, those funds that they have are being handled in a very transparent way. This is Wikipedia, after all. You know what? Just for kicks and giggles, let's take a look at the finances of Wikipedia, using all publicly available sources of documentation that we can get our grubby little hands on. IRS filings, the annual reports, audits, all of it. And we will see what the real financial state of Wikipedia is actually like, because this is the Lunduk Journal, and that is what we do. A little spoiler here. It's all really weird. It's really weird, and it is highly sketchy. And also, and I think this is an important takeaway from all the things that you're about to hear, a ton of money donated for Wikipedia is not used to run Wikipedia. It's a big deal. Now, before we go any further, I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribes to the Lunduk Journal to make this possible. Everyone who subscribes over at lunduk.locals.com. You guys are getting articles like this one. I wrote this article and published it a couple days ago. They've been enjoying it for a few days. I've been doing a ton of this sort of thing lately. And this is the sort of independent tech journalism that you can't get when you have big tech money coming into your pocket. And the Lunduk Journal does not accept a single dime, not a dollar, not a nickel, not a farthing from big tech, from middle tech, from little tech, from any tech. We run no advertisements from any company ever. It is purely supported by all of you, so thank you. If you haven't yet subscribed, go over to lunduk.locals.com. It makes these sort of investigative reports possible, unlike Spence Duke Journal. No. Again, the financial core of Wikipedia is the wiki.
Over zelfpromotie gesproken. Doneer gewoon op de poppenkast.
Ja, oprecht ja. Huh? Ja, omdat het prachtig is.
Poppenkast. Of een t-shirt. T-shirt, jongen. T-shirt. Mooi man. Mooi. Wat gaan we doen? Oh ja, Wikipedia.
Wikimedia Foundation. The foundation itself is responsible for running the actual Wikipedia servers, and that is where everything else branches out from. Let's start with the most basic piece of information that we need. How much money does the Wikimedia Foundation receive in donations every year from people who believe that they are directly funding the Wikipedia servers and operations? Well, according to the most recent IRS filings as of 2021, roughly $164 million for the year. Now, year on year, Wikimedia is seeing significant growth, with each year recording record donations, up an additional 9 million just between 2020 and 2021 alone. Now, while those numbers seem large at first glance, they really only tell a small part of the story. What if, for example, Wikipedia needs even more than $164 million every single year to keep operating? What are the various expenses of Wikipedia? Luckily, we have a high-level breakout of expenses in the yearly Wikimedia Foundation audit. It turns out that the costs associated with the server hosting for Wikipedia in 2021 was just shy of $2.4 million. Now, but server hosting costs are only part of the equation, right? There's also other wages and travel and all manner of expenses. So let's add it all up. After all is said and done, and all revenue and expenses are taken into consideration, the Wikimedia Foundation received over $50 million more than they spent in 2021.
Bam.
In other words, they made $50+ million in profit. Whoa. Now, the funds may be transferred from tithes either to the Wikimedia Foundation or to other charitable organizations selected by the Wikimedia Foundation to further the Wikimedia mission. Now go ahead. Think about that. Think about that for a minute. That Wikimedia endowment money, that $100 million could go to, quote, other charitable organizations. Now, what are those? Well, the reality is we don't know. There's close to zero transparency about it. Whoever the heck Tides is, they have an awful lot of power here when it comes to this Wikimedia endowment money, again, which has $30 million of Wikipedia donations in it. Now let's go further. What exactly is Tides? Well, this is what Wikipedia says about the Tides Foundations, and quoting Wikipedia here seemed an appropriate place to reference this, considering the nature of this article. Quote, Tides Foundation is an American public charity and fiscal sponsor working to advance progressive causes and policy initiative.
Boom! Ja, en daar hebben we een beetje het punt. Dus, overig geld wat in Wikipedia wordt gesluist, dat verdwijnt op in handen van politieke doeleinden. Misschien voortgezet door progressieve ideeën. Mag je zelf uitkiezen welke politieke partijen erbij horen. Ja, zo zie je dus dat of het nou gaat over Burisma, die dan inderdaad de Biden sponsort, of het nou is dat die FTX of die Sam Bankman-Fried scandal met die gekke coin shit, wat dan ook schijnbaar een van de gekke sluis was voor de democraten. Yo, er wordt met een partij, of het nou Nancy Pelosi is, weet je wel, voor de democraten, die ook gewoon keihard openlijk insider trading doet. En er zijn er nog een paar van. Dat hele idee dat de progressieve mensen de morele opperhand hebben, omdat de conservatieve mensen, en dan in Amerika is het dan de republikeinen, vaak corrupt soortje mensen en alleen maar geld geven. En de progressievelingen daar, dat zijn de vrijgevochten hippies. Nee, echt niet. Echt niet.